Okay, so you've been able to create the quarters, year to go, and everything. In our financial dashboard, there's one metric that we also need to probably showcase, and that is the overtime performance. So, like net sales, overtime performance, um, gross sales, overtime performance, checking what trends, right? Yes. So, overtime performance is one of the metrics that we need to also calculate. So let's try and see if we can find that. We can add that to our financial view. But first, let's change the format of this. Okay, so I want the style to be this, right? Let's have the style. Okay, then the same thing for this one. I want them to have all these styles like that, right? Then let's apportion or arrange them properly. Yeah. Okay, so okay, yeah. Then I'll do the same thing for this. Yeah, these are all the metrics that we created in the previous video. Okay, so yeah, like this. Let me try and minimize the size of the PNL. Okay, so let's now include our overtime performance. Let's assume we have our net sales. Okay, then this is our net sales, right? And overtime, that means date. Okay, so we'll pick this thing from the dim date, then put it here on the axis, right? Like this. Okay, so assuming we have this, yeah, like something like this. Okay, so if you have net sales, this is how it is and everything. Okay, but there's no responding. Okay, so what I want to picture here is when I click on net sales, it should visualize here. When I click on cost of goods sold, it should visualize here. Okay, so instead of me just dropping in net sales percentage, I'll probably want to drop in let me drop in the P&L values. Remember, I won't be dropping the P&L final values because the P&L final values were purposely created for the P&L structure. Okay, so I'll be using the P&L values, right? Not the P&L final values. Okay, so even with the dates, let me clear these things from there, right? And let me mark it as date. So I'll just come here and take P&L values. Okay, drop it here and just take off net sales. Okay, so you see anytime I click on, so now it changes. Okay, but I don't want it to show. I don't like this formatting, right? It's like it's showing. I'm sure it might be showing something on the previous year or something. But let's take this thing. Let's take this formatting out. Okay, so we'll come to file, options and settings, options. Then we'll go to report settings. Okay, then check this one. Change default visuals from cross highlighting to cross filtering. Okay, so we just want to take that thing from there. This is now when I select net sales, it gives me net sales. When I select total cost of goods sold, it gives me total cost of goods sold. That's what I really wanted. Okay, but there's something here. I want us to change something. Okay, I want us to change something. See, when I click on maybe post discount, I don't want it to show P&L values by date. I want it to show post discount. I want the titles to be dynamic. Okay, it makes it more appealing and makes it more flexible. So what we'll do, we need to create another measure that can cater for that aspect. Okay, so let's go to our measure, and in our measure we'll create a measure called selected P&L. Okay, so selected P and L, and which is, so this selected P&L, this selected P&L, what it will do is So if okay, so if if has one value, okay, if has one value, this one DAX, if has one value of the P&L, meaning if we select the P&L, okay, from the P&L description, if we select one item from the P&L description, which could be gross sales, net sales, and anything. So you're saying that if we select one value from the P&L description, which can be gross margin, net sales, and the rest, if we do that, comma, if we do that, what should happen? We should use selected values of the P&L description. That means if we select one value from the P&L description, we are selecting that actual value, right? Other than that, we just want to make our net sales the default display. Okay, so other than that, let's showcase net sales. It's dynamic. Depending on the manager, you can be told to showcase gross sales, showcase total cost. But I'm assuming that if on a default level, we should be showing net sales, not anything else, right? So it's saying that if we select one item from the P&L description, we should select that item. If not, we should select net sales. It should display net sales. Okay. So type in enter. Right. And we'll come here. Okay. Then come to general properties. Sorry, come to general title. Then come here and select selected P&L. So now you see when I click on net sales, it's showing net sales. When I click on cost of goods sales, that is what I really want. Okay. But remember, when it is default, it is not showing net sales. This is not for net sales. This is for net sales. Look at net sales. Look at how it is displaying. But on default, when it's not selecting anything, that is not net sales. So we need to make sure we tweak the formula for our P&L in such a way that if that one is also on default, it should display net sales. Okay, so since we use P&L for this, we need to tweak the formula from the P&L value, right? So we'll come here and say, okay, let's assign this a variable. All these things that we did, we assign this as a variable. Then we'll come here, then say return, okay, return. That is, if, okay, if selected, no, if has one value, okay, of our P&L description. So if you select one value of our P&L description, it should showcase SKY, and SKY is this whole thing is our SKY. Okay, this whole thing is our SKY. So I'm saying that if we select one item on the P&L description, it should show its value, and its value is computed in SKY, which is this, the whole of this. If not that, what should we do again? It should showcase the value for net sales. So let me pick the net sales formula from here, copy and paste. Okay, so I'm saying that when I click on the net sales, I click on the P&L description. For example, if I click on gross profit, it should show me this one. This for gross. If I click on gross sales, it should show me the value, which is this one. If I click on post total invoice, it will show me the value, which is this one. But as I don't select anything on default, it should show me net sales value. Okay, so I'll press enter. I'll press enter. Now look at something. Look at something. So now on default, you see it's selecting net sales on default. But if you select gross sales, it changes. If you select gross margin, it changes. If you select freight, it changes. But assuming you select nothing, it's on net sales, right? So that's how we want it. That's how we want our performance over time. Okay. So what again can we do with this? If you want performance over time, probably to be ideal, we compare current year with last year. Okay, so with this one, right, let's bring in P&L last year and let's put it here. Okay, but I want to use this one, area chart. It makes the chart more beautiful. Okay, now, yeah, let's clear up these things from there. It doesn't make it nice. Okay, so let's come here, category, and let's clear these things. Okay, come in. So title, yes. So clear titles, right? And the same for x-axis title. We clear it off. Okay. I don't like the formatting of the date. Okay, so let's come here and change the formatting of the date. Okay. Let's change the formatting of the date. We just want to make it very simple. Okay, so we just call it MMMYY. Okay, that means month and year, just to make it very simple. You see, so it reflects here. You get it? Yeah. So yeah, let me shape it well like this, right? Okay. Okay. So it's nicer. But look at something. As I said initially, this is a performance over time. Okay, metrics. So won't it be very nice if it shows probably post invoice order deductions performance over time, so that anyone who look at this report will probably quickly understand what that metrics is talking about. Okay, so there's a way we can do it. You remember when we wanted a title for this, we created a formula. So the same thing, we need to create another measure to just take care of that aspect, but we want it to be very perfect and very accurate for presentation. So what we'll do is we'll say performance over time, right, which is equal to selected P&L, which we've already done. Then we'll use the ampersand sign, okay, to connect it. So connect performance over time, right? Performance over time, and press enter. Okay, so I'm just saying that this post invoice order deduction, it should just add performance over time, so that our formula or our work will be very, very nice. Okay, so we'll come here, we'll select it table, we'll select this, then select this, come to general properties, no wait, title, sorry, FX, then we'll come here and type performance over time. Okay, and press OK. So now you see we have net sales performance over time, we have other cost performance over time. So this is a very beautiful dashboard we've created. You see, we have everything connecting very nicely. So at least we are done with the finance reports. We've been able to create the P&L. We've been able to create the overtime performance. I think it's level one metric that we need to create. That is our top product market, top product, top market, and region visuals. I think that one will come here. So in the next video, I'll probably demonstrate on how to create those three metrics so that we can complete the finance view of this report. Thank you so much for your time.